What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Southside Skate Park YouTube channel, where we review products before they're coming out, as they're coming out, and sometimes even after they've come out. Today we're reviewing the Eric Koston Nike SB Air Max 95 collection. It's going to be some footwear and some apparel pieces. We're going to get into that right now. Everything releases November 1st, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's get into the shoe. Here it comes. Air Max 95 in navy, yellow, and gray. This is a very Michigan color inspired shoe, or Iowa, coming laced up in a white rope lace. The shoe it just has a ton of panels on it. It's definitely very different. If you remember our review from the Cactus Flower, Sergio Lozano is the designer. It's very human anatomy inspired, the original 95, from the ribs to the tendons, to the muscles, to the spine. On this particular colorway, Koston opted to color it up in navy, gray, white, and kind of an athletic yellow. Very 95 inspired. This tie symbol pronunciation is Nike. We checked that out. That's sick. We have some call outs on the tread itself. You know that it has a thinner tread for a little better board feel for those that do want to skate the shoe. This one calls out the air units in the forefoot with the visible yellow below. They've changed this graphic panel right here. It's yellow and navy. You get that Nike SB Air, SB again, SB. Just like the Cactus Flower, it does have the reflective hits going down the tongue, sort of this Y-split reflective, and then you'll see it again there on the heel as well. Nike SB Air at the top of the back heel. We have the swoosh right there in the heel. Just traditional Air Max 95. Although they tried to change up the shoe and make it a little bit more skateable, they're definitely trying to maintain that original aesthetic and not change it up too much. We have yellow internal callouts here in the air unit in the forefoot and heel, the back of the heel as well. It's looking sick. The materials are cool. We kind of have a leather material here on the toe. Then we're going to get into some leather on that first panel, leather again, kind of going from navy to sort of more of a midnighty royal. Then we start to get into a more coarse suede and an even coarser, more texturized kind of gray suede there. We have white mesh. Then we're going to go into an open, more athletic yellow mesh right there. It's looking sick. Totally unique to the shoe is going to be this Koston oval embroidered on the right shoe's tongue. At the base of the tongue itself, you know, the original Air Max 95 just has mesh right there, letting that heat out. So it should be like a very comfortable shoe to wear. The insole print itself calling out those air units, you know, so it's navy, it's yellow, and it's defining those air units. Let's get into some of the apparel. Just do a kickflip from that Barrack series, and you get a fully embroidered Koston right there. On the back, you get that original Just Do It with the Nike icon as well. Once again, just do a kickflip right there. A lot of times when we've been seeing these t-shirts dropping that are accompanying quick strikes, the MSRP on the tees is $50. It's a max kind of 90 heavyweight tee, so they're kind of abandoning a previous Nike blank and going with like a little bit more on trend, a little boxier fit heavyweight tee. This is going to have that Just Do It on the back. Another thing on these tees, you do get that kind of Nike SB flag right there. I like the feel of this crew neck. I like the reverse weave action of it. It doesn't have a double gusseted rib, but pretty sick. It has this chest hit where that embroidery is really built up. Try to show you that. And it just says here, it says swoosh brand. Nothing Nike SB other than the tag itself. So that's a little bit different. Usually there's a Nike SB call out on most everything that comes out from Nike SB. We do get a reflective swoosh on your back. I don't know, keep you safe in the streets. You also get, here it is, here's the Nike SB on the sleeve. So there's that. That's the crew neck. This crew neck is $90. This entire collection releases November 1st at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All the same treatments again here in the heather gray. You'll kind of get more of a reflective tonal swoosh, which I'm thinking I'm kind of liking a little bit more. In hand, honestly, this crew neck is nice, dude. Feels good. Now, getting into some denim. As part of this pack, it's going to be kind of a 1995 fit, which is that looser fit, which is really on point. Right here on the coin pouch, you get that oval Air Max 95 Koston icon. On the Back pocket, once again, that oval swoosh tag, kind of tying it into the collection itself. I think this is probably one of the best pants that SB's released. Definitely stoked on that. So that's the apparel that's gonna accompany the Air Max 95. We have some alternate laces here. So we're definitely gonna be doing a relace, but because the relace actually does take quite a bit of work, we've already relaced them. Got them right in the box right here. Here it is. Here it is in gold. Get that gold lace. Here it is in navy. I'm gonna do them side by side and kind of show you guys around the shoe on the relace right there. Got the profile. Let me show you the sole. I'm liking the black tread. Kind of another profile, 3/4 action. Maybe we could get that tie symbol right there on the toe.
Today we'll be doing the on foot for the Koston Air Max 95s in this navy, gray, white, yellow colorway. I don't know, I'm gonna call them the Ikeas. I wear a 9 in everything, and I'll do the 9s first, which will be the swapped laces. And then I'm gonna try on a 9.5 too, because I remember specifically with the last release, a lot of people were saying how they had to go up half a size. And all right, these are the 9s. They're comfy, I'll say that. I can definitely feel this heel part right here. I can definitely feel this digging into my, what is this, like the ball of your heel? What would you call that? The little bony part. Feel that digging into there, which I do not like. I will say that. That is annoying. Another bounty. Feel a little, they definitely don't feel like normal skate shoes by any means. There's a lot of air underneath your foot. Interesting. Give y'all every angle you're looking for. I really like these. I like them more than the last colorway. All right, we'll switch to the 9.5 now and see the difference. Like I said, the only complaint I have is maybe I just have an obtuse ankle from years of BS, but this is like digging into the ball of my heel right here, or the ball of my ankle. And I do not like that. It makes me very much, I would totally not get these because of that. Here goes the 9.5s. 9.5s with the default lacing that comes stock with the shoe. Maybe it's just that 9. Maybe it's, I don't know if maybe it's this specific shoe, like how this very specific one was created. I'm not feeling that digging into my heel thing as much, but if you don't have that problem in shoes, like I have that that's a problem for me in a lot of shoes. I usually get the back of my heels all cut up and the side of them cut up depending on the shoe. But these are good so far. The 9.5s are definitely solving that issue for me. Yeah, honestly, for me, if I were to get these, I would have to go 9.5. As of right now, I haven't checked another 9 to see if maybe it's just that specific shoe that's tooled like that. But at this point, I'm a half size up believer. If you got a chance, I go half size. All right, running it back for y'all real quick. Just throw this in there. With these 9.5s, for a 1 out of 10 rating on the shoe, I'm gonna do an 8.5 with the basic lacing. But with the yellow and blue for the alternative lace, I'm gonna give these, screw it, whole 1 point up, 9.5. They're cold, especially that yellow and navy lace. Score of 1 to 10, 8.5 on the default lacing, 9.5 on the alternate lacing. Get yours November 1st. Later.
Big shout out Eric Koston for just killing it for so many years. Just a great skateboarder, been holding it down forever, inspiring people. I mean, I was listening to a Beyond Boards with Mike Carroll. He said skating with Koston, at some points it was like you would just be laughing because it was just ridiculous. So everyone knows he's super talented. Congratulations on this collection. This is sick. I was talking to somebody about the Air Max 95, trying to get my head around it. We know it was designed in 94, debuted in 95. It actually debuted with the Brazilian soccer team. This shoe was originally designed as a trainer for professional soccer players, and they were wearing that neon Max 95 back in the day. They were working out, they needed a training shoe. A flat boot was not going to get it done, and where they were working out, they couldn't wear cleats either. Sometimes, I guess, indoor practice, and so that's why this is kind of like a cleat, but just tread, you know, so that's what's up. I thought it was kind of cool. The Brazilian soccer team wore this in '95, sort of debuting that neon colorway. Big shout out Rob Booman for those tips, dude. Appreciate you. And then ultimately this kind of launched and sort of exploded into streetwear. Of course it gets adopted by skateboarders here and there as like a after sesh type shoe. And boom, now here it is. We're revisiting that shoe now. So once again, the MSRP on this shoe is $190. It will release on November 1st, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It has this full collection to accompany it. If you're liking this content, please like, follow, subscribe. I'm Big O here at Southside Skate Park. Your skateboarding has been our priority for 30 years. I'll see you right here next time at the Southside Skate Park YouTube channel.